So today what we're going to do is I'm going to teach you my favorite Excel formulas, because Excel is key to a lot of to getting through a lot of headaches when you have data. Because if you're cleaning data, or you're trying to match data and see, you've got, say you have 300 records on one spreadsheet and it should match your AGOL account and there's only 250, you need to figure out how to get to those to match up. So I'm going to share about 4 different Excel formulas. So here we go. The first thing we want to do, just for those who are brand new to getting data out of AGOL, I'm going to show you how to do that. So what we're doing is I wanted to find something that had a lot of surveys in it. So I noticed that this mentorship cohort did. So does this one, the Survey123 cohort. So what I did is you just go over here and find your feature service. You can click on it. And then here's where you can export your data. And you can do it a couple different ways. For today, we just want the Excel file. So we can say export Excel. And I might say export sample or something. And then for now, we can just leave that alone. I can get those later. This is a great place to also download your your hosted feature service so that you can keep a backup, because you never know if you're going to need a backup. So here's what you're going to do. You're just going to download that file. And then we can open it. So this is what that looks like. So it's exactly what we want. That's how to download. What I'm going to do, though, is because this is, I actually built this training on this data. We're going to use this data because it's clean and I have everything set up for you. So this is our Beaumont businesses, and I downloaded that a long time ago. I have since deleted that file off of AGOL, it looks like, so I'll have to put that back up there, just so that it can be congruent. But so what we're doing is we have data that came down from the cloud. We're going to learn filter and sort, split, concatenate, trim, and VLOOKUPs. So the last 4 are actually the formulas, and then filter and sort is just an Excel thing. So let me make sure I don't forget anything. So we'll do the filter and sort first. What we're going to do is go through the addresses. So you can click on one of the headers and you can come over here to filter and sort, and you can say filter. When I learned this, it changed my life. So that's why I teach it, because some people either don't use Excel very often, or maybe you might get one of these tools and say, ooh, that's a new one for me. I'd love to use that. Some people are going to get all of these and it's going to be brand new to everybody. So in addresses, you'll notice that all the headers have this down arrow. You can click on that and say you wanted to do anything with the word suite in it. You can just start typing and it'll pull those up. And when you say okay, it'll pull up all the ones with suite in it. You can also clear that. And how about street? I don't know if there's any that say street all the way, but we can try it. No matches. So we can come back to street. And so that's how you're going to filter things. So then you can just use that data that you want. Right now, I'm going to clear that. We don't have to do that. So that's your clear, your sort and filter. See if there's anything else I need to do. You can also come in here and you can sort A to Z, and that'll sort everybody, or Z to A. I do like this sort by color because I do a lot of colors. I haven't used that one yet, but it seems to be it would be a good feature if I had some colors in here. Concatenate. So concatenate is really cool. That one is you're bringing 2 things together. It's like you want your business name with your address, with your city, or maybe you want the city, state, and zip with the addresses. So what you do here, see if that one still works. That's funny. Concatenate, there it is. You just click on that and then you're going to put things together. So this one here, let's put the address. Now you see that there's a period behind everything. So that's a nice ending point. you want to make sure that you put a space in here because otherwise concatenate will bring everything together and squish it at that binding point. And then come here to text 3, click on Beaumont, and hey, okay. So that's where you're getting that split right there with that extra space bar. Now what you can do is, now that you have your concatenate formula, you can actually add more and more and more. If you decided that you needed more, it'll let you do 5 spaces or 5 groupings, which is really 3 texts with 2 spaces inside. So, and then right here is a node. You'll see that square node. Just double click on it and it'll bring the formulas all the way down. Now, something I also do is if you need to keep this as a formula for, future data that you want to use, you can keep this one. And I would change the type, the header to formula. Formula. And then what I would do is take a copy of this. So you're going to just highlight the whole thing, right mouse click, copy, or you can do Control C. Come over here and right mouse click and hit this one right here, which is called values. It's the one that says 1, 2, 3. And that's what we call flattening. So you'll notice that there's no longer formulas in here, but you still have formulas here. And I would probably make that special so that I know that I'm not supposed to touch that one. And then we can go to trim. Hit that little button up there. Here's trim down here. And then trim, let me see what we're doing with trim. Oh, that one deletes the space in the very front. And you'll notice that some of these have a space, like Classic Consignments has a space in the front. Custom Trophies has a space in the front. And this is probably because of how it was entered, or maybe we copied it over somehow. So then you can do the trim. See how it says text down here? Click on that. That's going to put the formula in there and say, okay. That one didn't have a space, so we're not going to see any difference, but you can double click this button right here and you can see how it takes that space away. And you'll use this a lot and you'll be very excited that you learned it. All right, VLOOKUP. Now this one's great. And that's where you're getting those two different spreadsheets and they don't have the same number of columns in it. So you need to figure out what that looks like. So let me see. So I have 18 here in my master data. I have 18. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take off the last 3. Just for now. Delete. Come over here to VLOOKUP. And we can do phone number. And we can go up here and say VLOOKUP. And what we're going to do is we're going to look up the business name. You can look up almost anything. Just know that whatever you're looking up, let me back up a little. Let me just show you what this does. Table array, go back into the data where you want to match that up with. And master, come back over here and do your key and your phone number. Your key always has to be the first one in the column. 3 is what we're looking for. 3rd column and false. And there's your phone numbers. Now, I didn't pick up those because those are the missing ones, and that's what we want to do. And the complete address, let's see. I could come over here. I think when we concatenated it, we have the complete address here. Yes, concatenated formula. This is actually, I'm going to call that flat, just for me. Come back over to your VLOOKUP. You can do this on several different spreadsheets. So we can say VLOOKUP. We're going to use that business name, table array, concatenate. We're still using that business name, but we're coming all the way over here to this flat one. And E is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5th column and false. And enter. And that's going to bring that up. Does anybody have any questions? And I didn't delete these 3. That's why those show up there. Some of you have asked how you could work with me. So I've come up with a few ways that we can work together. First off, if you are a Survey123 Padawan Academy student, I do have a 1-hour block of time for $60. This is done in the mornings between 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. I also have a VIP day, which can be between 4 and 8 hours. And those are usually for team setting, corporations, things like that, where you have proprietary data and you can't be in a group setting. I have Padawan Mastermind. So what we're going to do is we're going to work on one complete project. The way that this is going to flow is that I'm going to send you your introductory email. And in that email, it's going to have the Excel file for our homework. I'm going to give you a video that shows you exactly what to do. It's going to be easy. Then what I want to do is meet with you for 30-minute increments throughout the month. And what we're going to do is we're going to build on all of that. I'm going to talk you through where some of those hurdles are. And then we're going to start working through the feature report, because feature reports are sometimes persnickety. And if you've done images and you just can't figure out where those backslashes go, this is for you, because I understand why it's working the way it's working. And it doesn't show you when you export that template quite the way that it wants you to use it. So going forward, you're going to get all of that information for a complete project. We might get into dashboards or web app builder or experience builder. I hope you join us, because this is going to be worth so much more than just the cost of getting in the door.